Dear ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my colleague Nadia at stage 2. She will be leading today Booking Manager seminar. Enjoy the session. Nadia, stage is yours.
Thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody. Okay, we're good to go. So today I just want to walk you through a few of the news about Booking Manager that happened in the past few months. Some of those you might know, some of those you might not know. Let's walk through it. So those are a few of the many innovations that MMK brought to the charter market in the past 20 years, from price quote, API, boat certification, currencies, GDPR control, bookkeeping, synchronization, and many more. And thanks to all of those innovations that we brought to the market in the past over 20 years of activity, we're very proud of having now 12,000 yachts in our system, 1,300 charter fleets in 500 destinations. Of those 12,000 yachts, we are very proud to say that almost 3,600 are exclusive boats available in Booking Manager, and 2,500 are primarily available through Booking Manager. That means that there's quite a lot of fleets that trust us to be their primary and only distribution system and booking system. And this is how we grew in the past years. So we started more than 20 years ago now. 2014 we had 180 fleet, 2020 720, and in 2025 we had 1,269. So with a network of 5,000 agencies worldwide. Now, enough on the numbers. I think I gave enough numbers today. So let's talk about what's new in Booking Manager. The first things you might have noticed that we have a full new web version with, a full back office that is with a completely new design. It's easy, it's seamless, it has a very friendly design. And that allows you to do all the things you're used to do in your local Booking Manager application, but online. So it's a full service application. You can do anything from selecting your favorites and bookmark them, to have very friendly and easy access to all your most used tools, but also allows you to set up everything that you need for your fleet. So we talk about discount, extras, any special trip, any exclusion that you need to apply for your fleet. You can do it easily online in one click. So prices, discount, extras, everything is configurable on Booking Manager Online. One of the biggest news is that we now change the way discounts are calculated. If you have been with us for a long time, you know that so far we checked the discount that was applicable on the first day and applied it through the whole charter period. So if you had the discount on the first week and not on the second one, the discount you had on the first week would nevertheless be applied on the second one. Now we change it, and the discount apply accordingly to the weeks you have set them up. So if you're now applying discounts for the 2026 season, you can keep this in mind, so your discount will be applied differently. Okay, talking on the discount, and that actually something that I was asked about today is loyalty discount. So through Booking Manager, you're now able to apply discount as a loyalty rule. So if you have repeated clients, you can set up a trigger so that if he has been, I don't know, maybe 2 times in the past 5 years, or whatever criteria you wish, an automatic discount can be applied. So this way you have an easy way to reward your loyal customers that have been with you more than once. And of course, the biggest revolution of the charter market, APA. Finally, we have the possibility to set up extras by percentages. This can be applied most commonly for APA. So you now don't have to do the math for every period in your price list, but you can actually just set the percentage. But also can be used for insurance. So if you do cancellation insurance or a damage waiver, sometimes some insurance companies go by percentage. This way it automatically calculates without you having to type in manually. And I was mentioning special trips. So if you have any a period of the year where, for example, I'll always take the same example. I'm Italian, and for us, the 2nd of June is a national holiday, and everybody wants to have a short trip those 3-4 days. So instead of planning your whole price list around those 3 or 4 days, or having to change the price every time, you can just go on special trips, set a period, and set a specific price if the client chartered those 3 days. So it will not apply the usual calculation from the price list, but it will apply these special trips. And this allows you to control very in detail your offer. It can be used for one-ways, it can be used for a special period of the years, but it can also be used to exclude some destination, for example, if you have multiple bases. And another thing we improved is the base settings. So in the base settings, you can actually put the coordinates of the base. You can put working hours if your base work different hours, one from the other. You can put a secondary email so that the base can receive all the material that is relevant for them. But also you can upload the documents that can be base specification, base information, contact of the base manager. And if you run a multi-base business, as some of you do, you can actually assign a color per each base, so that when you open the booking sheet, each base is in a specific color, and it's easier for you to identify where the boat is placed. And not everybody in the company needs to have access to everything. So we have improved the user groups to give you much better, much more possibilities in what is setting up the permission of the user. So maybe you have a new sales member that doesn't need the possibility to delete reservation, or maybe you want to give them access to only their reservation, or maybe you have maybe you have your accountant that actually needs access only to the invoicing part. Then you can modulate all of this through the Booking Manager user permissions. And according to what permissions you give, the team member will log in with this individual access, and they will have access to a specific set of information. And also, this allows you to very fastly shut the access if somebody leaves the company, for example. And also, this can be used to keep your owners informed. So if you have an owner that wants to know what are the booked weeks on their boats, or maybe you want to give them access to the owner share report, you can actually give them access with those user permissions. And you can even give them access to place a reservation for their own. So if in your charter agreement you give them the possibility to book weeks on their own boats, this way they have an access to the planning, they can add the reservation on their own. And as you have seen, it's in a different color, it's a green, and those boats will not be available to be booked, but also it will not come in your charter statistics, so it will not count in the number of weeks you have sold, because it's not a week that you have sold, you didn't generate revenue over it. Reporting, it's a very wide tool in Booking Manager. You have a huge amount of statistics that you can pull out of Booking Manager. One of the things that I always recommend charter operators to do is, especially in this season where you have a lot of boat shows, is to do the agency performance statistics. This allows you to see which are your good partners, which partner makes you work and don't bring results, and it allows you to have a negotiation with them based on data. I said this before ICE. I think this is a great report to pull out before you have those meetings at ICE, so that when somebody comes to you and says, okay, how can we get a better commission? You say, okay, you gave me, I don't know, 2 options, and none of those 2 converted. Or maybe they gave you 100 options and converted only 2 bookings. Those agencies make you work a lot, but they don't bring much result. And with this data behind, you can actually make informed business decision on what makes sense for you as a charter company. Also, you can do the same things for boats. So if you run a multi-base operation and you have several, I don't know, I will take an example, Lagoon 46 on different bases. Maybe on one base your lagoon is performing very well, you're closing 25 weeks, but the same Lagoon 46 in another base, it's not performing at all. You're closing 3, 4, 5, 7 weeks. So this allows you to maybe rethink the placement of your boats and move them around through the bases where it makes the most sense. So these are two of the many statistics you can do. You can do transfer of the yachts, transfer for the guests at the base. You can do extra reporting. There's a lot of statistics you can pull out of Booking Manager. And one thing that I think is very underrated in Booking Manager is maintenance and service tool. You have one tool that allows you to manage all the life of the boat, from the charter side to the maintenance, to the damages, to the winter maintenance of the boat. Booking Manager allows you to plan ahead the maintenance, so you can put all your tasks inside. You know, you do the same regular maintenance on the boat. You pull it out of the water, you clean the hull, you put anti-fouling, you change the oil, change the light bulbs. Pretty much, you know, it's the same routine every year. So you can pre-plan those, assign them to the maintenance person. He will receive the list of tasks. He can log in Booking Manager, put how many working hours he did, which pieces he took out of storage to do the maintenance, and it allows you, if needed, to actually create an invoice for your owner if it's at their charge. Talking about invoicing, as many of you know, we are entering, some countries already have entered, like Croatia, the new European electronic invoicing. So Croatia is already on the 2.0 version. Italy has been doing electronic invoicing for a couple of years. France, Spain are joining. With Booking Manager, we are fully supporting European electronic invoicing. So if your country needs e-invoicing, Booking Manager will support you in that part of your business too. No, for Italians, no, by the way, not yet. But that's the Italian government fault. Supercharged bookings. So as we were saying, you now have a lot of tools in Booking Manager that allow you to actually perform at best. So either if you're an agency or a charter operator, you have the possibility to search the boat availability through Yachts. And especially if you're an agent, you do, or a very large charter operator, you do probably the same search over and over again, because probably you search for, I don't know, the first 2 weeks of August, or Christmas in the Caribbean. Now you can actually pre-select your favorite searches. It can be your favorite charter companies if you're an agent, or your most frequent requests if you're a charter operator, and you can pre-save those searches. This allows you or your sales team to actually save time while working. So you know that at this period, if you're an agent, you are getting requests maybe, I don't know, for charter in 2026 in Greece, then you can pre-save those. Or maybe you have your top 10 operators that you want to consistently work with, you can pre-save. But also the system saves all the searches you have done. So if you have the client on the phone maybe, and you do a quick search and you have to go back to it, the system will save it for you. And the system allows you to send quotes. So once you have done your search, you add to the basket the quote that you want to send the client. And now you can easily switch from the yacht search to the booking sheet. If maybe you want to double check the availability of a specific fleet, or maybe you want to have a bigger overview of what's happening in a specific base, now you can switch between the two and actually add quotes from one or the other, and the filters will be saved. And another very cool thing is what you're now seeing on the screen, is that we now have the possibility to mark an extra as free of charge, and it's a huge difference on when you're selling something as huge, incredible value commercially to say that you gave an extra free of charge. So it's not that the cost of extra is zero, but you're saying these extra would normally have a cost, but I'm doing a gift to you. So that has some value as commercial gesture. So you can now do that while doing the quote. You can pick the client from your private address book or add any email address and send the quote to your client. Now that we have sent our quote, we want to know what happens with them. So we want to know, did my client open it maybe? Did he watch it? Or maybe I sent 6 offers, which one did he choose? So now Booking Manager is able to trace those quotes, and you can actually go back to those quotes that you have made and convert from an offer to an option or a booking. Or here, we're adding an agency. So if it's an agency, the system will automatically recalculate the agency commission, and here I'm converting it from an offer to an option, for example. And here I can do everything. So I can send For example, I can add anything in the calculation. I can send the booking confirmation, or in this case, option confirmation. So you can see it as the whole details, the bank information, etc. And I can send the My Trip link. So My Trip link, in my opinion, replaces at least 10 emails that you send per option or request. So it replaces the booking confirmation, it replaces the boarding pass that you might send, it replaces the crew list link that you send. In one click, you send an SMS or an email to your client with a unique link, with a PIN code, where he can access. Here you are. So this is the link that the clients get. As you have seen, to unlock the page, I need a PIN. This is because from this link, you convert an option to a booking, but you can also make payment. So your client can actually make the down payment, pay the balance of his charter. Here I can confirm my booking. Here you have to accept terms and conditions, so it's also compliant on the legal side. And I can add any extra. For example, here I have the skipper. I can add it, for example, and I can pay online. So if you connect your booking manager with any online payment, can be Stripe, can be PayPal, can be Revolut, can be whatever. You see the client can select and can pay online the amount that is still left. And here I'm doing very quickly an online payment. And also, as you might have seen, here I have my guests. So you see in Greece, phone number is mandatory in the crew list. So if the client here, Marco, of course, forgot to put his phone number, I have an alert when I open the My Trip link, and it says to me, okay, I'm missing the phone number. So the program knows where is the check-in and where is the check-out base of the boat, and according to that, we'll adjust the fields that are requested in the crew list to be compliant with the local law. So if in Italy, for example, we will not request the phone number, which instead we do in Greece. In Turkey or in Montenegro, they have different requirements. So this is completely adjusted to the local legislation. And as you can see, here I have also the documents, everything that I have uploaded in my reservation is visible here, so the booking confirmation, but also the guest can upload, for example, their sailing license, which is mandatory in several countries. Or if you're in the Caribbean, French Caribbeans, they will require a nautical CV, then they can upload that too. So any documents. And this saves you a lot of forth and back via email, because you can just send this link to the client. He can confirm the booking on his own. He can pay it online. He can add any extra that you let him pre-book. He can fill in the crew list. He can have the base information and upload any document. And as I was saying, just to recap quickly, now you have history and favorite searches that allows you to work faster, especially in very busy times like right now. Interactive quotes, you can go back to the quotes you have sent. If the client calls you and says, oh, I'm really interested in the quote you sent a week ago, you send tons of quotes, you don't know which one, you can go back to the guest, search for the quote and confirm it into an option or a booking or resend it. And also you can follow what the client does. And My Trip, I think I've said enough in this past presentation about My Trip. I think it's something that it's so simple, but it's so useful, especially for those of you that run larger fleets with incredible amount of check-in every week. Imagine, if you have on one boat 25 weeks booked, time 80 boats. I see nodding in the first row. How many emails for each reservation you send, especially in Greece where, for example, the crew list is obligatory, and then you have to chase them for the charter party, and then you have to chase them for the sailing license, and then the port authority says it's not the right sailing license. So this is, every booking is 20, 25 emails, girls? Yeah? So this link might save you, I will not say 25 emails, but if I happen the number, I think we're quite good already. And the booking sheet got a glow up also. Okay, I have time. I'm not going too slow. The booking sheet also got a glow up. So we saw the yacht search before. Here I have my favorite searches here. So my med fleets, my favorite med fleets. I do my search. I add my boats to the quote. Here I have, if this boat is under option, I have a very big warning. This both works either for agency and charter operator. So this tool looks the same for both of you. And I can switch from one to the other. So I switch to the booking sheet. Here I have my yearly view, so I can actually have a glance of what happens in a specific base, specific destination. I can add any extra boat to my offer. So here I'm selecting. And if your boat operates one way, here you will have a drop down of the check-in and check-out base, so you can switch them. And here I have my second offer. And I can actually send this to my client. Also, here's what I was mentioning before. You send a lot of price quotes. You might not always remember what you have sent. So when the client calls you, you can now go in the price quote section. You can filter by the name of the guest or name of the client and actually have access to the all price quote you have sent in one click and eventually convert them in option or booking if needed. And now the booking sheet. Okay, as you might have seen on the left side, you have quite a lot of filters, but also you might have seen there's a little symbols. Those symbols give you what are the highlight feature of the boat. And here I have now the possibility to open a direct booking. Here I go in my reservation, I add an agency or a guest, depends. Okay, I add my agency. And as I said, if you add an agency, the commission is automatically calculated by the condition you have set for them. And when I go in the calculation, I can now add, I can now add extras. And one new thing that you have is that before, when the agency was giving a discount from their own commission, you would have to manually calculate the amount and the remaining commission and add it into Booking Manager, okay? And now actually the system does it directly. So when you click to add new and you add the discount, you have discount from commission. So the system recalculates automatically also the commission you have given. This is one of my favorite things in Booking Manager is a super small thing, is tags. You can create custom tags both on Yachts and on the reservation. And actually you can mark the things that are important to you. So it can be a missing crew list, a missing charter party, you know, skipper needed, VIP client, provisioning list needed, everything that you might need to track. And you can have them on the left side and you can search for those. So you have all the reservation grouped. And now you can actually send payment links through Booking Manager. So you have the possibilities, if you have connected a payment method, to generate a link for any amount that you need. So it can be any extra that the client decided last minute, but that you need to be paid upfront. It might be the insurance if it needs to be paid upfront, might be anything. So you can generate the link and send it to the client, and the client can pay online, as we have seen through my trip. So this is just a recap of how the booking sheet now looks. So you have the new search bar on the left. You have highlight features. Actually, I think I do have a point. Yes. You have a highlight feature of the boat. This can be if the boat has heating, if the boat has AC, if the boat has a generator, whatever. And here you have the recap of the offer you're sending. And also you have the possibility to see the whole year. So especially for you that have your own fleet, you can look at what's happening in the whole year for your fleet, for a specific base or in general, or maybe if you're an agent, you want to have an idea what are the trends in a specific destination or in a specific base. This allows you to see from the beginning to the end of the year. Quote history I mentioned, tags, really super easy to implement. It takes you 2 seconds and it's so useful, especially if you run large operation or you have a very personalized service, as many of you in the audience do. This allows you to track any specific customer request because you tag the reservation and then you can filter and search it. It's very convenient. Payment links, whatever comes up last second that needs to be paid up front with card. Maybe the bank transfer didn't come for the balance, and rather than the guest losing the charter, maybe you want to send them a payment link through credit card, or they need any service that needs to be paid up front, payment link. So those are some of the innovation of the V15. There's more, so you now have full online version, you have a permission system, you have favorite search, special trips, you have my trip in an improved version, and there's a couple of things more. One of those is Yacht for Sales. So we have the possibility, when you are in a charter operator, when you go in your fleet, you have a tick box to say if the boat is for sale. You put the amount for which you want to sell the boat. If there's any special condition, maybe VAT needs to be paid, maybe the boat has to stay under charter management. And all of this is visible through Booking Manager portal, but also through our partner RightBoat, which was in the audience a second ago and is not here. So they will do the distribution, and they're one of the largest providers for second-hand market boats. And the second thing, it's something we presented already last year, but was never done before in the charter business, is real-time booking of skippers. So we partner with a company called Croatian Sailing Academy. They do the vetting of the skipper, they check the licenses, they train them, they will tell you which languages do they speak, if they are friendly with kids, if they smoke, everything you need to know to provide the best skipper match to your guests. So these skippers are available to be booked in real time through Booking Manager. So you book the boat, you go send to your clients few of the skipper description, because you can generate a PDF description, and then you can go back to Booking Manager and book in real time those skippers for your guests and get a commission on that. And that's it. Thank you. Any question? No, no question, because you have heard me 6 times saying all of this, so you don't have any question anymore. Thank you. Let's go drink coffee, guys.